What's up, folks? Zen here. I am so excited for spring. These are my cherimoya seedlings that I'm growing. They are from the honey heart variety, gifted to me by a neighbor where I tried my first cherimoya and was so ecstatic about the taste of it that I went out and picked up a grafted cherimoya tree, and now I'm going to grow these as well. And hopefully, as my grafted cherimoya grows out, I'll be able to eventually grow these seedlings and graft onto them and create more honey heart cherimoyas. I wanted to start with these because I have an issue, and I'm going to show you later that seems to have affected my papaya tree, one of my papaya trees as well. Some of my seedlings, and this happens with my cannabis plants as well, some of the seedlings end up getting like some kind of issue at the base. I don't know if the camera's showing it. The sun is up right now. I can't even really see what my camera's focusing on. But I get this issue with certain seedlings where the stem kind of rots at the base where it touches the soil. It gets dark, it gets skinny. Eventually the seedling will die. I'm just going to hope that maybe these will recover, or it will generate enough energy that this will be able to produce another stem or another growth, as what happens with certain plants. I mean, avocados, I mean, trees, they can grow a second stem, but I'm just hoping these recover. So this one has the issue. This one has the issue, and I pulled the top off and hoping that it grows another stem. This one, I don't really like the looks of it. It has kind of like a bend in the stem, and so it's not really growing straight. This one turned out all right, so I'm going to keep this one. This one was the first one to emerge and was the largest at the time, so it was going to be my favorite, so I put it in this bigger pot with Gary's topsoil in it. Problem is, this one also developed the problematic stem issue as well. So, I don't know. But I'm germinating more seeds. I've got at least half a dozen other seeds. And so I'm germinating them right now, hoping to get some healthy cherimoya seedlings. Up potted this Venus flytrap so that it can grow. It was in one of those little tiny pots that you see at Home Depot, right by the cash registers. Caught my eye. Venus flytraps. Anyways, let me show you what the issue is with the papaya when we come across it. Might as well take a peek at other things. This is the jacaranda tree that I found growing in front of my house, and I didn't want it there, so I put it in a pot, and now I can just grow it out in a pot or decide if I want to put a jacaranda tree anywhere. This is an Acerola Barbados cherry. I decided to place in this area. This whole area was once occupied by rosemary bush, such as this one. It's a really good bee attractant. Bees love this bush, which is why it was originally put in here, I believe. But the one that was here died. You can see some of the remnants of one of the bushes here. It's basically a skeleton frame that's holding up this decorative bush right here so it doesn't collapse down on the ground over here, and allows room for this Acerola Barbados cherry that I put here. So I'm going to have another Barbados cherry bush here to go along with the one that I have, which you'll see in a minute as I go over things. So we got that growing. I just put in, oh yeah, I moved my raised bed box. I'm going to name it the Lucas Memorial Raised Bed Planter, because Lucas, my new favorite YouTube channel, I think Grow's Gone Wild is his channel. I'll put a link to it and I'll send this to him, so maybe he'll take a look at it too. But this is where I'm going to grow my cannabis, because Lucas loves growing pot potted plants. So this is where my pot is going to be. This is my other raised bed that I'm swapping the soil out. I'm going to be putting better raised bed soil in here, topsoil. I'm not going to be doing the permanent soil route like Gary's Top Pot or anything like that. We're just going to be doing peat and topsoil and compost. Just organics, because I'm going to be growing vegetables, so I don't have to worry about root rot or anything like that. But these are the new asparagus crowns that I put in that have come up. So I'll be gradually filling them in as I come up. Jersey Giants along this trench. Mary Washington along this trench. Tree colors are growing. Don't need to do an update on the apple tree. I did that the last time. Let's do an update on the stuff that's growing. Oh, I picked this up at Home Depot because it was there. It's a Vicks plant, so this is what they make the Vicks vapor stuff from. It's menthol or mentholated or something, and you can actually smell it. You take a whiff of it, it smells like Vicks vapor rub, and it's also a mosquito repellent. So I'm going to be growing stuff. I'm going to be growing more of that stuff in this Hugelkultur pile, which I will be building, and I'll show you that section when we come across it. Okay, my cherimoya has lost all its leaves, and that is now budding out. New leaves are coming out. All the old ones have dropped and blown away. And take a look. This tree has already started to fruit. That is a flower right there. Of course, I'm not going to let it hold fruit, but it's pretty exciting to know that this thing is already fruiting. I'm going to pause for a second. I think my camera's doing something right now. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, we're back. So the honey heart is leafing out, and it's already forming its first flower. Shenseki, Asian pear, first leaf popped out. That's why I love spring so much, just to be able, I mean, I spent a lot of time out here. I have long COVID. I'm kind of limited in my mobility. They recently put me on metformin and Ozempic, so now I got the sharts, and I got basically diarrhea, and it makes things unpleasant for me, and then I'm dizzy from the long COVID. Gave me pretty much chronic fatigue syndrome, which leaves me winded quickly, so I'm kind of limited in the amount of garden work I can do. So I'm kind of homebound these days, but I spend a lot of time out here, and I just gaze at my trees all the time, so I notice every little new thing that's going on. So yeah, springtime is my favorite. So anyways, this papaya, one of the papayas, developed the same issue that the cherimoya and some of my seedlings have. It's got that stem rotting issue. Look at how the stem got thin, changed discoloration, dropped the leaves at the top. I wiggled it, and it's just loose. Look at this thing. It's barely hanging on. I still have one more papaya plant or tree that I'm growing out in a container, so I can move it out here in case the two out here need a pollinator. But I've got two left. And I don't even like papaya. I'm just growing it because I like the look of the tree, and they only live for a few years anyway, so I figured I'd just plot one here because I had moved my raised bed from this area. It was located here. The Lucas Memorial pot growing raised bed has now been moved over there. And then I was thinking, well, what am I going to do with this central area? I still haven't decided what main tree. This will be the centerpiece location of a tree I want to grow, and it's going to have to be a nice, beautiful looking tree with fruit. I haven't figured out what I want to put in here. I might put another mango in here and let it grow super huge, or we could do an avocado, but I've got two other avocado trees. I don't know. You guys give me suggestions. What do you think I should put for my main big tree here? The fact that I have a guava, I have a persimmon, I have a pomegranate, avocado, various citrus. Oh, let's take a look at my new citrus. This is the Dwarf Algerian, which is leafing out and starting to form flowers. Very excited. I am now treating all my citrus trees with an insecticide, spinosad, which is a natural organic insecticide. Um, there's an issue right now. I'm sure most of you growers out there are aware of the citrus greening disease that has affected Florida and decimated the citrus industry in Florida and is now appearing here in various places. Uh, Here in North County, Escondido, San Marcos, they have detected citrus greening. And so one of the preventative measures is spraying your trees with spinosad. So I'm treating my trees with spinosad, and so hopefully that'll keep the insects that spread the green disease away. This is a new Kishu Mandarin that I just picked up the other day. I love mandarins. That's my favorite form of citrus. So I'm just gathering a collection of tangerines and mandarins that I will be able to grow in pots. This is the blood orange. This is the Satsuma Owari mandarin. And this is my problematic grapefruit tree, which hasn't fruited in 5 years. And one of the growers, Rich from Rich's Mango Garden, suggested that I graft onto it since it looks like a nice, healthy trunk. But I'm kind of scared to do it. But eventually I'll try my hand at it. But what I think I'm going to do, because there's new growth on this tree and it's blooming. It hasn't borne fruit in 5 years, but it's still wanting to live. And so this year, I think I'm just going to let it grow out and see if it actually can produce grapefruit. I'll give it one last shot. I'm actually fertilizing this tree now, which I didn't before. I'm giving it plenty of water. And if it's able to grow grapefruit one last time, that's great. I'm not a fan of grapefruit. My neighbors like grapefruit, so I'll give them the grapefruit. But I am planning to convert this into a Cara orange tree. I heard so many good things about that cultivar. And I have a neighbor who has over 110 fruit trees on his property. So it's about time to make use of that resource, valuable local resource. So I'm going to get a bunch of science from him and then try my hand at grafting and converting this grapefruit tree into a Cara orange tree. I may graft branches from the Moro on there, the Kishu, all the citrus that I have right now, the blood orange. I might turn this into a multi variety citrus tree if my Cara project works. Oh yeah, this is going to be my Hugelkultur project. This is the Moro blood. This isn't the Moro blood orange. This is the Satsuma Owari mandarin that I put in to replace the original mandarin tree that eventually died. So I had it chopped up, and I just put it in that corner just for sentimental reasons, because it's the mandarin tree my father put in. And then I realized I've got logs or wood from the orange tree sitting there, and then I have wood from the other trimmings I did, to my jujube, and I will be severely pruning my guava tree, which I already did the bottom third of it, and I'm going to start working on the top third. But I was thinking all these branches and twigs, they can form the basis for a Hugelkultur pile, which is basically making a growing mound using a base of wooden logs that actually will provide heat as the logs break down in the winter. It will provide heat to the vegetation. It will provide moisture because it retains moisture. And also, as the wood breaks down in the soil, it will provide nutrients. So I will create my own Hugelkultur pile. I was going to make the pile here in the corner, and then I started clearing out this area, and it was such a nice view. I think I'm just going to keep this place and put like a little bistro table or something here so people can just come here and gaze at the view. And so I think I'm going to put the Hugelkultur pile over here. This is where I originally put in an asparagus bed, and I didn't really water it, and I think all the crowns have died because I hardly ever see any spears pushing through. So I'm going to pile the logs here lengthwise. So it's going to kind of look like a beer. It's going to look like somebody was buried here on top of the ground. So I'm going to mound it over with soil. And then I'm going to grow Ashitaba here. I'll be sticking in watermelon vines. I'll be just sticking in any kind of vegetation that'll grow on that big pile. So I'll cover it with topsoil and compost. And then also I can throw old potting soil from pots that I'm converting to the new permanent soil that I've been creating. So this is a good place just to dump off a lot of soil and have a pile that I can grow stuff from. So that's going to be my project, and hopefully I'll have it up and ready and be able to grow stuff during the summer. So Hugelkultur pile. No really other updates. I just wanted to tell you guys how excited I am for spring. Look, my peach tree is budding out. Oh, this is what I'm really the most excited about. This is my new multi-grafted pluot. I told you I had one on special order, and I put it in just 5 days ago, I believe. You could see the video I shot on it, and it's already budding out. Look at this. This is the Flavor Queen. It's the thinnest branch. It's the one I'm going to have to try and keep alive, since the main trunk is a Flavor King. Okay, so they got a Flavor King over here, and the Flavor King is budding out. What I'm so excited about is everything is budding out at the same time, which means they'll be able to cross-pollinate each other, and also they'll be able to cross-pollinate with the Japanese beauty plum here, which was problematic for me because this was always blooming early, and the flowers would die before the other pluots that I used to have in this area would start budding out. The fact that this is all budding out at the same time that's budding out, that means I'm actually going to get fruit. The bees don't really seem to like the pluot and plum flowers that much, so this year I'm going to be squirting them with a sugar water mixture as a bee attractant, see if I can get better pollination. And so, yeah, that's what I'm most excited about, the fact that my pluot and plum trees are all synced together, and all the pluot varieties are all budding out at the same time, which means I'll finally get some pluots and some plums. And that's it. I guess I did kind of like an early spring update. We'll be doing the spring update later when everything is growing and moving along nicely. I hope everybody's having a nice, lovely day. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.